Ladies and gentlemen, Scott Perry Johnson, author of The Abandoned Poet, coming at you. Well, today we're going to be focused on something very, very difficult to deal with. As people know, I'm a 5-time kidnap survivor. Now, the police are kind of morons in Darwin, Sydney, and the Blue Mountains. I know I'm good at slandering people. Down to my family, too. But nobody really cared what happened to me. These are real-life recordings that I secretly recorded of kidnappers, and I thought it was some sick kind of role-play for the first set. So, while you listen to them, I'm gonna go make some soup. Tabasco sauce, it can never go wrong. It's true. Here we go. Evidential kidnapping recordings. I'm gonna go make some soup. I'm about to have a shower shortly. Okay.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I don't really know what I want to talk about. Well, I do and I don't, if that makes sense.
Yes, I do.
So?
I do understand that, yes.
Well, when you enslaved against will those other guys, right? Is that right?
Yeah. Go on.
Okay, well, they were all at risk of being harmed, weren't they?
No.
Only if they escaped, like, if I escaped.
Yes.
Yeah. And even though I'm an unwilling slave and here against my will. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I know the consequences, so I won't escape. Because I'm too scared to. And what about when one of the slaves were chastised? Does that mean his entire genitalia, when he did escape, was cut completely off, sir?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yes. Including the scar.
Including the what?
The scar.
The what, sorry, sir?
The sack.
Okay, master.
They cut the sack open, got the other out, and forced me with my mouth to bite the cord. Then they sewed and fixed it.
Okay, and I've also been concerned about the circle. They call it the circle and they enforce slaves.
Yeah.
I mean, they enforce slaves to stay with the master, otherwise they punish the slaves on the master. Is that correct?
And they also force masters to continue to be masters.
But is what I said correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and you'll have to be a slave taking my place if I run away, which I won't say because I know the consequences. And well, I was just wondering about the guy who got hit by the car more. He said he was running in a panic, ran away. He said he was running from his problems in life. And you think he threw himself in front of the car?
Yeah.
So 4 out of 5 slaves. 5 slaves being including me. But 1 out of the 4 jumped in front of a car, in your opinion, after running away from you.
Yeah, not running away from me.
Sorry, sir, could you please speak up?
Not running away from me, sorry. Running away from all
But
this life.
But you said he was running away in a panic after he ran away from you, right?
Yes, because of the other everything had mounted up.
Okay.
Like his wife, he had a wife and 2 children. The wife found out what he did.
What did he do?
As a slave. And she was at him all the time to give it away. I didn't know this till later on.
Okay. Wait.
If I had known before, I would honestly have taken him aside and worked through to so he could go back to them.
Okay, sir, but you have enslaved me against my will, and you don't deny that. Isn't that right?
I did.
You did enslave me.
I did enslave you.
Against my will.
Yeah.
Sir?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Which is
Anthony.
wrong.
Anthony, I know you know what's wrong now. I had a few talks to you. Anthony Lloyd, yes, I do know. Sorry, what was your last name again?
Diagnon.
Sorry?
Diagnon?
Diagnon.
Yeah.
How do you spell that again?
G-U-I.
D-U-I?
G-N-A-N.
G-N...
A-N.
D-U-I?
G?
G-U-I?
G-U-I-G-N-A-N.
Okay.
Now, what do you want to know that for?
I'm just really bad with names. I always have been.
You were never at the rehab hospital, were you?
I've never been in a rehab hospital in my life.
Good.
I went to visit my sister at one, though.
It was a rehab.
She's very strong.
This was a rehab when you came from St. Vincent to Sacred Heart.
Okay. Now, would you confirm that, the circle...
Where's your microphone?
There is no microphone. I'm just trying to, establish some things. But would you confirm that with a circle, the circle enslaving people and all of that, would you confirm that other people are involved, such as people in the public service?
Yeah. In the public service, judicial.
What kind of areas?
Associate judges.
Sorry?
Associates, judges, registry, staff.
You said the district court and people high up in the police support slavery in the circle.
But assist. It's a network. Protection.
And they actually support it and do it themselves, some of them.
Yeah, some do.
Sorry?
Some do, yes.
Yeah, you're talking very low tonight, sir.
You're talking so bad I'm getting nervous.
I'm sorry, Master. I'm not
trying to be... I'm trying to also... It's a secret society. And it'd be very hard to actually know all the names of the people.
A secret society?
Yeah.
Why is it a secret society?
Well, the protections of the masters.
Well,
I believe also...
What about the protection of the slaves, and what do you believe also, sorry, sir?
Yeah. It's to protect certain masters, and other masters are left out. Because they're not in positions of power.
I see.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
And I think there's drug pushes in there too.
There probably are, sir.
I'm trying to get out of it.
Out of the circle, you mean? I'm sorry. I'm just a little bit abrupt tonight. I apologize, Master.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get out of it. I have now desperately trying to.
What got you into the circle in the first place? The circle of the slavery team?
I got into it because it gave me a guy who would do what I wanted. I couldn't get anyone else.
Sorry?
I couldn't get anyone from any other way.
So that's why you enslaved me and against my will.
Before that, I answered something about
I understand,
a son.
But that's also why you enslaved me against my will. Is that correct, sir?
Because I was.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes.
I can't hear you that clearly.
I said yes.
Okay.
Is that microphone on?
There is no microphone, sir.
And I deeply regret it.
enslaving me.
Yes,
I don't think you do too much.
I do. I don't know how I do.
I don't like being grabbed back and forth. I don't like being pulled towards you.
Alright. I will not do that anymore.
But you admit you did it.
Hmm?
But you admit you did it.
I now admit I did it, and I'm sorry.
What about the emotional trauma you caused me? I only came to... I know I got myself into the situation, but I thought it was a harmless thing. I didn't know I'd actually be enslaved. I thought I was just going to gather some information for my book. But you enslaved me.
But that's what I thought you wanted.
I didn't want that.
No, well, that was the problem.
I'm sure it was a problem because I didn't want that.
And I should have talked more about that point.
I know I said I hated you quite a few times, but I would have been your friend at least if you would just... If it just didn't turn out in an abduction. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yes, I do.
And you openly admit to the other 4 people you've abducted.
The 2 came with their own free will.
You said they all came to you against their will.
Yes, but they came to me first. And then it was against their will.
And then it was against their will. But the other 2, it was fully against their will. What about the one who was chastised?
Yeah, what about him?
Well, you make one phone call and I know you said you didn't mean for that to happen. You didn't know they'll go that far, but you should have been concerned. They cut off his entire genitalia, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and the other one who ran away in the night and got hit by a car when it was panicking and died. Is that right?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes. But
Thank you so much, Master. I'm sorry I was so abrupt.
But the circle is weakened now, and it's got to be crushed from inside.
But you were part of the circle, isn't that right?
Yes, but I'm not. I'm not of the circle now. I'm disgraced.
So
I am in disgrace.
why were you a part of the circle in the first place, and why are you disgraced now? First question and second question.
The first I was involved was because
Yes, sir?
I was literally like blackmailed into it.
How were you blackmailed into it?
2 young boys
Yeah?
were in a hotel and happened to come into my room. They were sent there on purpose.
Were they underage or overage?
Overage.
That's good.
Well, I call them boys because they were younger than me, and there was a camera going.
I think it's a gay community thing and a slavery thing. And now why are you disgraced?
Because that young man left, and he committed suicide.
Who committed suicide?
The one I told you, he got hit by the car.
I don't believe he actually jumped in front of the car.
But I didn't push him.
Well, how do you know he just didn't run in panic and he was pushed, a car hit him when it was right across the street?
That's what I was told.
By who?
The police who were attended.
How do they know if he jumped in front of the car?
That's what they said. They had witnesses too.
Okay. Well, I guess it's understandable, but I'm guessing he was driven to jump in front of the car.
I can only go what I was told.
Anything to ease your conscience, right?
No.
Alright, and there's another thing that bothers me a lot. What about you saying you were in, what do you call it, the Middle East? And you were served, somebody's
Centurion, yes.
genitalia, and the person who had their genitalia cut off, you had to eat and you didn't like it. You had to ask for a lot of salt and pepper and gravy, right? And you actually had to eat that. Is that correct?
Yes. I was forced to.
Is that correct, though?
Yes.
You were forced to. But you actually ate somebody's penis. Literally.
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes. The whole penis. The intestines as well.
Intestines as well. Great. See, a lot of these things scare me. This is why I have to ask.
Well, it was virtually like a gunpoint.
Virtually at gunpoint. You actually had a gun against your head, or was it across the table?
Across the table.
Sorry?
Across the table.
Okay.
And I was there against my will.
Yes, but you didn't abduct the other slaves against your will, did you?
No.
No?
No.
Do you think you have a sex problem you need cured?
Yes, and that's what I'm...
Sorry?
Yes, and that's what I'm proceeding to do.
A lust problem.
A what?
A lust problem.
Yes.
Even with your decapitated penis that you had to have reconstruction surgery on, and the crushed balls, you still have a huge sex drive. The tablets didn't work, and now you need to continue to find a solution.
Tablets
The tablets what?
cause the additional sex.
The tablets cause the additional sex. Is there anything you can do about it, sir?
Yes. I'm having...
Yes, master?
I'm having the entire removed.
Okay. I know you're a doctor. Well, you were a doctor. You're retired now. So I know you can actually decipher what you're doing.
I go to Thailand.
Alright, when you go into Thailand, is that where you're going to have the procedure done? And why do you think there was a microphone anyway?
You kept asking me to speak up.
Oh. No, it's just because I feel a little bit deaf tonight. I don't know why. I felt like that ever since I woke up. I don't know. When I woke up, it felt a bit dizzy.
Could have been that drink.
It actually probably could have been. Well, anyway, those are just some questions I need answered. And unfortunately, I'm still enslaved to you. Isn't that right, sir?
Yes.
Sir?
Yes.
Okay, for the rest of your life, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still going.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter, sir.
It does.
No, please, I just want to be left alone now. I just got the questions out of the way, and a lot of them scare me. Is it okay if we're quiet for about 5 minutes?
10 minutes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Master.
Thank you.
Okay. This is your glasses case.
No, I was looking for it. Is that your phone?
I don't know, I think I put it down there. I'll put it over here.
Because that was mine that I lost.
No. What's that? Is someone at the door?
No, you said 5 minutes quiet.
But you said 10. Okay, sir.
Next, I eat soup that I just heated up, because I'm not going to starve for you, and enjoy the second recording of the three of this kidnapper, the third out of 5. 3 roughly 20-minute recordings. I'm going to eat soup while you listen. This is going to be recorded through history.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir?
Not really.
Why not?
I'm just
Tired. Okay. Can I ask you, sir, about what happened when we were in bondage? I'd really like to get that out of the way. You said you saw someone die next to you. Were they across the room, or what does that mean? Across the room. So it was murder? No? What
I
happened,
died
sir?
because the bondage was too tight.
The bondage was too tight.
And they were gagged and I couldn't save it.
What did you do once you got out of there? Or they let you go? What did they do
I
to you?
tried to see if he was alright and tried to help.
Because of your past medical experience as a doctor.
Tried to save his life.
Is that because of your past medical experience as a doctor, sir?
But I'm part because he was a bit like a human being. And I wanted to tell you. He said so awful.
That's not awful, sir. I think that's very good.
He died in my hand.
Was the person there sadistic?
I found out later
How did you get mixed up with people like that, Master?
because like a beautiful tree.
And you were talking about jealousy?
Beautiful tree that's jealous of the taller tree. It can't be like that.
So, the Master killed him out of jealousy.
I don't think you meant to. You need to punish him.
Subconsciously out of jealousy, as you were saying before?
Yeah. So, and I was there.
Well, you have taught me a lot about jealousy. Now I understand why people give me strange looks all the time ever since I was growing up. I don't think I'm anything special. But, I guess other people do, and I don't like that.
And you can tell somebody is jealous.
I've started to notice the way people look at me funny when I walk outside. Like at a counter, on public transport, which I hate catching. And I can't believe I ever called a bus again. I promise I'll never catch a bus.
Sorry, but anyway.
That's okay, sir. But, you opened my eyes a bit when it came to how people treat me. Because I really wish we were all floating orbs of energy. I wish we all looked the same and had grace and kindness in our hearts. And the bondage was too tight for him, and was it around his neck?
Yes. I tried to fight him, sir.
Well, I hate that. I don't like it when...
Don't worry, that person died.
Well, so did the slave that he
And
had.
you went and said that
I don't even like the term slave.
I hate it.
You use it.
Because I've got him.
Because you have to.
Yes. I wish I never done this stuff. Yes.
Well, as I said, I only came to do an experiment. I thought I would be released. I thought it was only temporary.
If it's going to be temporary, I'm going to make it temporary. I'm going to make sure you have somewhere where you live in safety.
I've already said goodbye to my friends and family because of you.
You can be like a flower coming back.
A flower coming back. And what did you say yesterday morning about, if you couldn't trust me if I misbehaved? You said something about, putting inward spikes.
Yes, well, that's rubbish.
But you still said inward spikes surround me in concrete.
I've seen that, but that's rubbish. I wouldn't do it.
You still threatened that you would.
Yes, and that was very wrong. I was angry.
It caused me stress and trauma and fear.
Very, very sorry.
That did cause me stress and trauma and fear.
And I shouldn't. I'm very, very sorry. I've got to learn to control anger.
I've always been a good slave, for the past 5 days, haven't I, sir?
You've been extraordinary.
I had no choice, I had to.
That's why I'm trying my hardest. So this experiment will end. And you...
It's not an experiment to you, it never was. It was to me, but I just thought I'd be released after. Unfortunately, I have nowhere to go anywhere.
Yeah, well, we will find somewhere safe for you to go.
But you've still held me against my will. And you know it, don't you, sir?
That's the part I hate. You can believe me or not, but that's true.
How often do those social workers from Australian Australian Unity come around?
When I ask them to.
Do they help you a lot?
Yes. Also, Centrelink has social workers.
Well, that's good, sir. But I know you tried to help the slave that was killed. But you were there when he was killed.
Trapped.
You were trapped.
Yes.
But what happened in the beginning?
An innocent victim.
An innocent meeting.
I felt it.
Well,
Bad judgment.
did he only know the slave because of you?
No.
Okay, how did he meet the slave? You know, a slave like me.
I don't know.
He was just...
I just wanted to get the hell out of there.
So, it was an innocent meeting, but...
That went horribly wrong.
I can understand that, because, well, did you know he was an enslaved slave before you went there?
No.
Is that actually kind of how you got onto slaves?
No.
How did you? I'm sorry, I just have to ask these questions, sir. Some of them have been scaring me and concerning me.
I got on to it because I was a lonely man, and you mightn't believe me. I wanted someone. I didn't think it was wrong at the start.
Okay, sir. Do you still want me to masturbate?
No.
You
That
said...
was wrong with me. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it. Forgive me.
Let's say, okay, sir.
Forgive me. I do a lot of stupid things before I really think.
What? You do a lot of stupid things before you really think. Is that what you said?
To think the situation out.
Oh.
I let the cop talk before the mind.
You what?
You
let the cop talk before the mind. Interesting expression. I'm sorry, sir. I hope I'm not out of line.
You will never be out of line. Please, Nathan.
Yes, Master.
You're talking to someone who's trying to break free out of something he should never have done, and you are helping me understand. And I appreciate it. That's why I'm trying to get everything right for you, and I mean it.
I'm also scared of homelessness because I spent so many years on the
That's what I'm
streets.
trying to get you a safe home.
I think I might be able to do that. Well, I've never known how to do anything since I was a kid. All I have is skills and talents and apparently looks that people take advantage of.
But what we've got to do...
Please, sir. I'm terrified of homelessness. I know I can survive, but I also know that it's destroyed me for years. My family is a bit crazy. I know they mean well, but they hurt me more than helped me, and they never really taught me anything.
Listen, can I just say, what I'd like, you've got to get the cigarette and drinking down where you can at least have $250 a fortnight, alright?
I had to pay for the taxi here, sir.
Well, that's a one-off, right?
I know it's a one-off, sir.
But if we can get $250...
I'm aware that I'm an alcoholic, but I'm a regulated alcoholic. I'm aware that I smoke.
You get that amount of money.
A lot of people treat me horribly because I drink. I never get drunk and I rarely get tipsy. When you gave me that bowl of brandy, I went overboard, I admit that. I would think I was just stressed out from being enslaved. But I'm a very respectable drinker. I know it's doing a lot of harm to my body inside. And I tried to get help for that, too. But, I also know that smoking can be worse for you. And people don't even care about that. They turn a blind eye to that. Well, with drinking, I had no choice, because I had to drink when I was 8 years old, because my father, who was a pedophile, he kept giving my sister and I cigarettes and alcohol.
And that's what they do.
But people look down on me. I am a very respectable person, but people still look down on me for drinking. And I don't like that, because I've tried so hard all of my life to keep it only my problem. It's funny. They won't pull you out of the gutter when you're suffering, but they will act like they care about you if it's hurting you internally. Well, that's the reason I was supposed to be dying last year. The biggest shock of all was finding out.
I want to pause for a second to say I have quit smoking for over a year now. Continuing.
And I still drink because it's the only way that I can actually deal with a lot of these crazy situations. I mean, I've had one hit after the other since I was a kid. I don't want to make it other people's problems. And I don't even know why they care about my health, because they don't care about my feelings. All people want to do is become contradictive hypocrites. I've never bothered anyone once I finally mastered it with my drinking. And I don't know why people are so concerned about smoking now either, because they used to be able to do it on aeroplanes and trains and inside in pubs and things like that. But now it's like you're public enemy number one if you smoke. And I obey the rules. I smoke 3 meters away from a restaurant. I have myself on the wall close to the ledge where the road is. Do you know what I mean, sir?
Yes, I do.
Drinking and smoking has always been my business, and I know I have no control over it. I know I'm strong enough to quit, but I also know the pain I'll go through. But frankly, I enjoy it. Because it keeps me level, it keeps me stable. It keeps my head together. And it makes me able to do things that I couldn't otherwise. It makes me able to be kind to people. It makes me able to just let who I am out. It makes me able to write. It's also a distraction from the misery in the past. It helps me. It helps me, but it hurts me. I know a lot of people are worried about me, when it comes to drinking. They don't seem to care about smoking. That's even more harmful, in my opinion. But it's something I've never really had control over. There's even a book called Asperger's and Drinking to Cope, as I am Asperger's. I just use everything in my arsenal because I have to smoke, I have to drink. I would like to stop them both, but I would so much miss the enjoyment. And the relief. Everything goes back to normal. Everything just... I feel safe and secure. I feel like that everything is fine in the world. I can have a cigarette, I can have a drink. I can watch a wonderful Disney movie from my childhood. Have something to eat. Cook from the microwave. Set myself up so that I enjoy myself the entire night. But people have been discriminatory the past few years between both smoking and drinking. It was okay in the past, why isn't it okay now? I've never hurt anyone with it. I don't know why people do discriminate against me just because I smoke and drink. Those are things I try very hard to keep to myself. I don't want to be anyone else's problem. I don't even change when I drink. Give me a bottle of brandy, master, sure. That'll change me. But sticking to cask wine, which I have to, it doesn't do a thing unless I go too far. It's a very rare thing that I do. And even then, if people leave me alone, I'm okay. If they don't threaten me, make me worry, or hurt me, cask wine is fine. And that's why I try and stick to it only. I know it takes up half of my pay, but I can still afford to contribute when living with someone. And I sacrifice a lot of things so I can keep my vices and everything in order. And again, as I say, I try to make it no one's problem, but my own. And again, I say, I've tried to receive help in the past, but I was really scared because I was afraid of the withdrawals. And people were very slow. I wanted people to sort out the situation instantly. I guess that was wrong with me. But everybody in a hospital seems to spend their time avoiding the patients. So instead, I marched up and down, pacing around the floor, and they just let me do it. I think I accidentally intimidated a security guard. I was going there for help. He was a nice man, don't get me wrong. But I think it was a bit homophobic too. But
All I was saying, please,
I'm sorry, sir.
please, all I was saying, if you can keep $250, would you get a place like this for you? They could. You're home.
Yes, sir.
I will support you with food. I'll get
I have my own, sir.
And you have a place your own. I don't know about you, but you can get to Centrelink about roughly $1,000 every 6 months extra. Then you can get your furniture and your pieces brought to your home. You have your own home, your TV. You can have what you like, and you can stay there. What's bad about that? They take it automatically out of your pay.
Yes, sir.
So you won't think about it, you know it's not there.
Do you regret enslaving me?
Yes, terribly.
But you still admit you did.
Yes, but I told you, I regret it enormously, but in another way I don't.
Why don't you regret it another way?
Because I'm hoping and hope that you will have a home. Your own home. Admittedly you've got to pay rent, but you'll have all your things in one spot again.
I'm okay with that, sir. I get it.
I need you to be, I want you to be like that.
Why do you feel so guilty?
I don't feel guilty.
I mean about enslaving me.
Because I've enslaved the free will
Sorry?
of another human being. Against all that they want, I have enslaved and I've hurt them.
But you know I was unwilling. Don't you?
Not at the start.
Yes, I was. You know I've been unwilling the entire time, don't you?
And I've been trying.
Yes or no?
No.
At the start I was unwilling, sir.
I didn't know that. I truthfully
It was
didn't.
just an experiment, but when I got here, I was unwilling, wasn't I?
I only found out that a day or two later.
We found it out when we got here.
And days later.
Now you
And
found...
I've been trying ever since to see what I can do.
But you knew I was an unwilling slave.
Not at the start.
At the start, yes.
No.
Yes, at the start.
No, and I wish I had. You'd still be somewhere, and I'd have...
But you do realise the entire time you've kept me here against my will, right? Sir?
I've kept you here for safety.
But against my will.
I've given you a key. You can leave wherever you like.
Yes, but you know because of the circle I won't be able to make it back without my genitalia cut off. But
you don't worry about that, because it won't happen.
But, sir, you have kept me here against my will, haven't you?
For your protection. And
But,
now it's not protecting. It's not a protection. I know that.
For my protection? No. You kept me here against my will and did sexual things to me against my will. You know that, sir.
I know it now. I was too blinded. In the beginning.
Why were you so blinded, Master?
Because I never really had someone like you.
I will admit that I was willing to go into the experiment. I just didn't know it would backfire on me and I would be enslaved for life. Thought there would be a period where I could leave. And I really had nothing to lose anyway because my ex-fiancée was far too abusive. It was too awkward even living next door. Sorry, sir. Even living next door in a granny flat. Well, a person I consider my family abandons me. My ex-fiancée, the police officer was right. He only wanted the truth. She was nice, sir, but they still dropped me off in the middle of nowhere homeless. Alan thought he was trying to help. He just ended up having me thrown in the back of the paddy wagon. I wasn't arrested or anything, but...
Can you sit down? It's too high up.
Yes, sir.
But
they still dropped me off in the middle of
the
nowhere. Yes, sir.
Now, I've got to go in there, alright? Oh, sorry.
Okay, sir.
I do this in case my sister rings. I don't want to miss the call.
How was her cancer going? What? Sir?
It's good there. It looks like it. Just trying to get it in control. So she's in remission.
Well, if she's in remission, she'll be okay for now.
Yes, just only for now.
I hope she'll be okay, Master.
I hope so too.
I know you hope so, yeah. Huh? Going to the concert. Okay. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Well, sir, just want to ask you, if I go out alone without you, they're going to bring me back. Those guys are all watching us at
No, they won't. They won't.
But you're afraid they will.
In one way, but I know they won't.
What did you mean by bottle me, Master?
When did I say that?
You said something about bottle. Right. You said
I said it as a joke.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Sorry. It's a bad joke. Okay?
Since they've seen me, I'm at risk of being brought back if I walk out alone, and I can't walk anywhere without you.
Not for to this stage. You don't know this area either.
That's true. But you kept saying that they would bring me back if I walked away.
But been talking to them.
So?
I've been talking to them.
What did they say?
They say that I'm too old to have a slave.
And
health-wise. And I've got to find somewhere for you to go.
so they want to take me to a new master. So?
Yeah.
Well, that's scary.
If it was one that I will approve of, and you will approve of. Alright?
I don't have a choice, do I, so?
Then what would you want to do instead?
Well, they're not going to give you a choice or me a choice.
But I can say what we want.
But they're still going to hand me over to a new master, aren't they? They saw me outside there and...
Not unless I say that I'll be able to find you something that you give us time.
Are you going to try and cover?
Hmm?
Are you going to try and cover some? So?
Yes. And I've asked for Snake to be disciplined.
You mean the one that mutilated, cut off your genitalia, and he had to get reconstructive surgery, right?
And had the slave.
The
The slave is now going to be released.
You've heard about his slave? So...
And I only heard about it just recently. I couldn't tell you. I'll ask you.
So I don't have to go in this place and rescue him now?
No.
He's going to be released unharmed?
Yes. Snake will be disciplined.
Because he tortures his slaves?
Yes. And there's talk that the circle will dissolve.
Well, I know it was only a few days ago. Actually, it explains a lot. I found out I was a psychic and medium. So?
Yes.
But,
What you've got to do is prepare yourself.
Did it freak you out when I kept constantly getting everything right?
Yes.
So?
Yes, it did. But you've now got to use that power for positive. And you've got to look at yourself now.
I didn't know that psychics actually got sick and threw up if they channeled someone too much.
depends on different ones.
Yes.
And you're only getting used to it now.
I am getting used to it, sir. It does explain a lot in life, though.
You've got to look at yourself now.
Yeah, but when Ben was trying to channel me, and I got that name right by first thought, didn't I? Sir?
Yes, you did.
And he's struggling to forgive you when you raped him on the Oval. Can you understand that?
Yeah. Can you understand that I was young and stupid, and that I've learnt a lot, and that my mistakes I've tried to pay up.
Yeah, but
I know you.
my visions showed me that it drove him to suicide, and that's why he was channeling me. I know a lot of people are going to think it's crazy. It could have took me for the first few days to come to terms with psychic abilities. But growing up, I was haunted a lot and did see a lot of things.
But suicide, no one can make you do it.
He did show me that he did release any power I have psychic-wise and medium-wise. I just wish it wasn't released by my kidnapper. Do you know what I mean, sir? Master?
Yes.
Because, well, that's now another challenge I have to face, because people are going to disbelieve, they're going to think it's crazy. And when you kept pushing Ben down to the grass, he struggled a lot, didn't he, sir?
We both struggled.
But he struggled physically. Is that right, Master?
Yes.
You kept pushing him down quite a lot, Master. Is that right? Sir?
Yes.
And when you couldn't perform, you just did other things. And when he spoke through me and I ended up throwing up on the ground because it was just too draining, I'm still getting used to it, like you said. Thanks for getting that bucket, by the way. That plastic container, because he was trying to say a lot of things to you through me. He kept hanging around in my head. It does explain the headaches now, but the more I do it now, the more draining it gets. 4 times in one night I did it, remember?
It's too much.
I know there are a lot of people that believe in psychics, but apparently I have been my entire life. But there are a few things that concern me. Having to go in someone's place to rescue a slave, and trying to fish this person up, so it's good that the other slave is getting released.
I said that I'd work a bit slower, but I've got some things done.
So, last night I didn't have to do that because you already knew.
No, last night it was...
You weren't too sure, so...
And it's now completed. Now you've got to think about yourself, what you want to do. You've got to think what I said about...
I'm going to be given away to another master.
No, you don't necessarily.
But that's what looks like it's going to happen now. Sir?
Yes, that I can set you free, which I will. You'll be free.
I want to be free.
And don't you break this, what I said. You'll be broken free. Don't go back to it.
No, sir, I didn't do it in the first place.
I want you to promise me.
I never did in the first place.
Oh, no, but don't...
I was kidnapped, abducted, held hostage, enslaved.
I said to you...
You know that, don't you, sir?
You have been like this before, haven't you?
I was just taken against my will last year, as well.
Yes. And done things too, right?
Yes, sir. But
the same thing is now. But what you got to do...
But I wasn't enslaved against my will. You know that, sir.
When the last time?
With you. Sir?
Yes, but that's over now. And I apologise for that.
Oh,
very sincerely. What?
Why'd you make me do things this morning if it's over now?
That's my sex drive, and I've got to control it, as you said. And I'm very sorry.
It's gonna keep on happening.
That's why you need to get somewhere, a place of your own.
I've always wanted that, sir.
Well, we can see what we can do with this housing.
But I'm about to be enslaved.
Not necessarily, I told
And
you.
you said they wouldn't leave you any choice. They already.
I can negotiate.
I'm already on the grid. So I'm already brought to their
You
attention.
can be off the grid too.
They saw me and they want me.
What they saw, what they want, and what they get is something different.
Yes, but they're really driven to
They're not
when they
doing
saw us in public.
They're not doing it, they'll see someone else.
Yes, but
And they're falling apart.
I think they just saw something they wanted and
Doesn't matter, they've seen a lot of things, and they've never been able to get it.
yes, but you said that I was what they go for.
Yes, and sometimes they can't get it.
So they're going to try, but you want to try and negotiate. Is that right, sir?
Yes.
Well, they'll probably just take me by force.
No, they won't.
Are they going to try?
No.
Because of the code.
The code.
So they have to do it diplomatically.
If.
Is that right?
Yes, but if you can be freed, and you will be freed.
Sounds like I'm going to get passed to another master.
You're not. I'm relaying what is at the moment in negotiation, and I have the upper hand.
But there are more of them than you, sir.
There's not more, they're getting less and less and less.
But there's still more than you.
You're getting less and less and less, and that's what you've got to focus on.
I've got to focus on them getting less and less.
That they're destroying themselves.
Groups like that, they always sickly in the underground world reconnect and re-establish.
Not necessarily.
I hope not, sir.
You may not.
Alright.
That's what you've got to focus on. Alright?
Yes, sir. Yes, master.
Alright.
So when will I be set free?
As soon as practical. Alright? That means we've got to find you a safe place.
Yeah?
A place of your own. Alright?
Because if we don't, I get enslaved again. Is that right, sir?
Yes, you've got to have a place of your own.
If I can't find one, I'm enslaved.
You can't find one. You'll find one through government agencies.
Okay, but so the code says I have to be in a place of my own set free, otherwise I'm enslaved to another master.
That's right. Which do you want?
I don't know. I've always only lived with people my entire life. I don't.
Well, you've now got to be by yourself,
I would like that.
find new friends. Alright?
I have plenty of good friends, sir.
Good.
I had to say goodbye to all my friends and family when you enslaved me.
When you can tell them the situation's changing.
But if you can't find a place for me, and I don't know how to, my mother didn't really teach me any life skills growing up.
We'll go through government agencies.
And no matter how much you explain it to me, I'll never catch on.
If we'll go through government agencies and we get it, you'll become a crisis case and you'll get a place.
I think I qualify for crisis case, don't you, sir?
Yes.
But I just found out I'm a medium, a psychic, so I can actually see something here. The reason you're worried, Master, is because they've actually threatened to take me from you.
Yes, that's why I've asked, that's what we're going to do this way.
When they saw
And
us...
then you turn your back on me
Yeah.
and all that. You must forget it and it does not exist.
They saw us when you took us to lunch down the road
It
around.
doesn't matter.
No, but that's why they threatened. And I can see this. That's the reason for them that they threatened to take me from you. Is that right, sir?
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But
I didn't see them, but I was able to describe what they looked like, and I'm still getting used to this ability. A lot of people are going to think I'm really crazy.
they're not.
Well, I know psychics exist. I use them in the police force.
Yes. And that's what you've got to know.
Williams.
If it's not psychic, you've got to find somewhere where you keep your mind occupied.
I do that with my writing, sir.
Good. Well, you've got to do it more and complete the book.
I will say that's the book's the reason I accidentally stumbled into the underground black market slave trade.
Well, you just write it, and you turn your back on it all.
Will do, sir.
And me. I don't exist.
So it's either a place of my own alone or enslaved to a master.
Yes. Which would you choose?
Well, I don't really know how to survive on my own alone.
Well, you'll get survival skills.
I have survival skills, but I don't know how to deal with landlords and things like that.
If you get housing department,
Yes,
the
sir.
money will come automatically out of your bank account.
So, can I just get one thing straight, Master? If I can't get into a place, I would definitely be enslaved by another master.
Especially emergency accommodation.
Yes, but that's right?
Yes,
I would definitely be enslaved by...
Yes, but don't think of that because it's not going to happen.
Because we're going to try and find a place. But
Yes.
But if for some reason it's impossible to do that...
It's not impossible.
But if for some reason we can't manage to do it, I will be enslaved again.
Yes, but it's so far down the line, you don't even worry about it.
Okay, sir.
Alright?
Yes, Master.
Alright.
Think everything's been covered.
Alright. Now today you do your book and you rest, alright?
Yes, sir.
There's things in the fridge, and I know you don't like the fish.
At least you feed me.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Now,
Well, I have no choice to be here, so at least you could do is make me a little bit comfortable.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Now, when does your funds come through?
Thursday.
So Thursday, what, in the morning?
After midnight, so...
Right, so that's Friday.
No, after midnight and then it's Thursday.
Oh, the day changed to Thursday?
No, it's always been Thursday. It's actually technically Wednesday, but
Alright.
it takes
Well, Thursday, we'll go shopping, alright?
Yes, Master, but I told you I don't like going that much. I know I have to go, but...
It's only down here.
I know.
And we'll have something to eat. You'll get all what you need.
And I'll probably be observed again.
No, you won't. That's been called off.
It's been called off?
Yes. They're losing interest in you. That's good.
Why are they losing interest, sir?
Because they know that you'll be released soon. You'll know, they've gone on to someone else now.
I see.
They don't stay long.
No, I noticed that, sir, but they're still going to try and... No, just please let me finish, sir. Like I said, if we're not capable of finding a place for me, I will definitely be enslaved to another.
But that's not going to happen.
But that's true, isn't it, sir?
That's the end conclusion, and it won't happen.
But it's true. If we can't find a place, I'm definitely going to be enslaved to another master. Is that right, sir? Master?
Yes.
Okay.
What we might have to do, and I know you don't like it, but we might have to put you into hospital, and the social worker will work with housing department.
I don't like hospitals.
Yes, but it might be the short term for the end conclusion.
I know, sir, but
sometimes you got to do things you don't like.
That's what my mother always said. In life, everyone has to do something they don't like. Things they don't like.
Hello? Yes? Oh, a bit tired, thank you. I'm just about to leave to go to the diabetic centre. Oh yeah, but I had to come back on Monday because I had to do some tests during the weekend. St. Vincent's Hospital at 10:30. Oh yes, today I've got the diabetic clinic and then I've got the podiatrist at 2:30. I wasn't, no. No, St. Vincent's Hospital. My specialist is in Elwood. Oh yes, it's a hot day today. Yes. Alright, thank you. Bye bye. Alright now.
Yes, sir?
I've got to get dressed and I've got to go. Alright?
Yes, Master.
You're going to stay and, work on your book and do other things. Okay?
Like what?
Sleep.
I'm not tired, sir.
Alright. I've got to go out because I've got these appointments, alright? I can't not go.
Am I here under trust again, sir?
Yes.
Sir?
Yes. It's also to get you used to being by yourself. Alright?
Yes, Master.
Alright?
I know the consequences if I go out.
Yeah, but also to get used to you being by yourself. Now, do you want me to check your bank account?
You don't have to check my bank account, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes, Master.
Alright. You look after yourself, please.
I'll look after myself, sir.
That was the first set of the kidnapper recordings. The third out of 5 kidnappers, only years ago. Now, we start the shorter version. This is the 5th kidnapper. He was missing a nose and an upper lip due to smoking. And, well, it was one of the creepiest experiences of my life. Now, this is the hardest video I've ever had to do. So after this, I'm probably just going to fall asleep. This is extremely, incredibly painful. These ones are only going to take minutes of your time. This is from the 5th kidnapper in Sydney. But it's kind of freaky. They're all very short. There's 7 of them. And they're very freaky. Here's the first one.
I will have to tell the nurses that.
By what?
You kidnapping and molesting me. Raping me.
I wouldn't say that to them.
But you admit you did it, right?
Huh?
I said, but you admit you did it.
Yeah, okay. But I don't like you telling the nurses because it's not right.
What did you say before that you don't want me telling them that you raped me? Is that right?
Huh?
Is that right? You don't want them telling me that you raped me?
No, I said I don't want, if they ever bust you where you are,
If they found out that you raped me, you don't want me to say that. Is that right?
that's right.
Cool. It doesn't matter what you do. I'm not stopping. I'm not giving up. No. I need to ask you something, please. I need to ask you something.
What do you want to ask?
Why were you intentionally making me tired? Why?
It was on purpose.
It was on purpose. Did you, wait, is that the same with depriving me of sleep and eating as well?
Yes, yes.
Why? Why'd you do it?
I don't know. Maybe I got a mental disability of women.
And I have to suffer through that?
Yes.
Alright, why?
I don't know why.
Didn't we discuss something like before? Why you hate me?
Yes.
What is it?
You're more beautiful than I am.
So it's some stupid jealousy thing.
Yes.
So that's why you kept me tired. That's why you made sure I wasn't eating, and that's why you made sure I wasn't drinking water properly, and made sure I wasn't everything really.
Yes.
Sleeping, eating, showering, getting in the way of routines.
Mm-hmm.
My vices as well. You were trying to throw me off balance on purpose?
Yes.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
What about my nipple? You tore it apart.
I did.
You liked it when I suffered, didn't you?
Yes.
Why?
Uh,
Why did you like it when I suffered? Did you like it when I was scared?
yes.
Why?
Why you got this one? Oh, yeah.
Right?
Nothing good.
Did you like it when I was scared?
Yes.
Why? You liked tormenting me, didn't you?
Yes.
Why is that?
Not sure.
Huh?
I don't know.
And your friends beat me up a lot, didn't they?
They did.
And you liked it when they did because you just thought to yourself, I'm guessing you thought to yourself, well, it's not your problem. Even though you put me in the situation, right?
Right.
Don't you think that's cowardly?
Yes.
Did you take pleasure when they beat me up? Did you?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Sarah, can I ask you?
Yeah?
Oh, man. Who is... Now, can I see something?
Yes.
Did you really like it when I was scared?
I don't know. I did not really, but yes.
You liked it when I was scared?
Yes.
What do you mean by not really?
Oh, no, I'm just tired, darling.
What do you mean by not really?
Okay, I like it when you were scared, okay?
And you liked it when your friends were beating me up and harming me?
Yes.
Why?
Dunno.
Is it because you hate me for any reason? Is it?
No, I don't hate you.
No, I mean, you hate me for...
I just didn't like them beating you up, that's all.
You just said you did. You hate me for being more attractive than you, don't you?
Yes.
What kind of sick reason is that?
I don't know. I'm tired. That's why.
Yeah, but you said that when you were awake too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, is that why you kept raping and molesting me? Because you hated me for being me? Be honest.
Yes.
Be honest.
Yes.
You're not sick and twisted, right?
Yeah, I am sick and twisted.
But you did pull my nipple ring out on purpose, didn't you? Didn't you?
You heard me.
Didn't you? Yes or no? You ripped my nipple in half on purpose, yes or no?
I'm trying nothing.
Yes or no?
I'm not trying anything anymore.
Yes or no?
Okay, yes. Say.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Scott Perry Johnson, author of The Abandoned Poet, coming at you. This has been a really long video, over an hour, but it really brought everything to attention. People never take male on male crime seriously. It's true. They don't. But I finally put on video and evidential recordings of me being kidnapped. I'm a 5-time kidnap survivor, but I only have recordings of 2 of them. And, well, you've listened to some of the recordings. I hope action is taken soon, because I'm tired of being walked all over, and I have been since I was 5 years old. Forced into the public eye, made to perform all the time, made to be a prostitute. I prefer escort work. You know, it's like the same thing, but it's a more respectable term. Well, here we go. We're gonna take this international. And discrimination, horrible police forces, everything. I'm a nice person. Do you know what my only real crime was in life? Being born too adorable. And most people don't like that, do they? I mean, they hate the body and face they can't have, don't they? It's called tall poppy syndrome. or in layman's terms, jealousy. But I was born adorable, and the mofos out there can't do anything about it. No matter how hard they try to wish they were born looking and as talented as me. They can't. This is why I steer away from them. Well, anyway, this ends my video. And I really wish jealous people would make peace with themselves. Can you make peace with yourselves if you're jealous? Can you make peace with yourselves if you're jealous? Can you stop attacking me because you're jealous and tall poppy syndrome and you don't like cute boys? And you don't like gays? I am gay! Bye! This is the abandoned poet, signing off. I don't really like people too much. Isn't it obvious? Obviously. Obvious why? Obviously, this is my prized possession, by the way. His name is Patch when I had my eye surgery done. You see, when you stare at my face, it reminds you of someone who you wish you were. Because I've never seen anyone who looks like me. Ever. And we all have a dentist, so stop trying to attack me. Goodbye. And I hope you all rot in fucking hell. Bye. This concludes our video. And I really wish I could take back what I just said, but I actually meant it. I hate jealous and tall poppy syndrome people, I really do. My swear words come from your insults. Bye!